in the second half.
All right, Tracy, Michigan State had only 7 turnovers in each of the last 2 games, in the 2 games at the regional. They had 7 in the first half alone. That shot over the wall, but Henry is on the far side for the putback.
And then there to Tracy, Goins, Tillman, and Ward 0 for 4, no points. That is not Michigan State basketball. And also, they average 18 assists. Tonight they have 3 at the half. Not distributed at all.
Both teams on pace for their worst shooting games of the season. Again, another testament to just how intense it is on the defensive end for both sides, as Culver wants to get on track to start the second half, but gives it up. Moretti with 1 to shoot. Got it! That's a 3.
He can knock him down, but I would have gone up if I were Culver, just to get on track a little bit.
Bruce Baird says, I'll take the 3.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, Chris Baird.
That's why he's there, and I'm here.
Chris Baird, though, some story. There was a student manager at Texas, did not play college hoops, played for Tommy
Your buddy, right?
Yeah, was there managing for Tommy Penders. And then that's number 8.
And once again, Owens coming to help, stepping in, forced that turnover on McQuaid.
Their mentality is so into it. The preparation's extraordinary. Plays in your head after a while.
I have never heard you two extol the practice habits of any team like what I heard from you after you saw Texas Tech here. Here comes the driving layup for 2 more. Mooney's having a big game.
They got it outside, Jim.
Okay, and that foul first, but Mooney in that first half had 9 points. Tops for the Red Raiders. It's going to be on McQuaid, number 1.
And Jim, we met with Chris Baird the other day. He said everyone wants to win, but everyone doesn't want to prepare to win. And they prepare as well as anyone, particularly on that defensive end.
So now Mooney passes up the shot.
But he is strong, though. Wards people off.
Culver, he got the separation.
That's his shot, too.
Now 0 for 7 from the field is going the other way. And how would you articulate what you saw in that practice by Texas Tech that you had never seen before?
Well, the organization, the rhythm, the stop and mistake, push-ups. They practice going to the bench. They practice putting their clothes on. Everything is executed to the nth degree. And they stop periodically, discuss what they're going to do next, and they go right at it. Plus the music. Some of it means crowd noise. Crowd noise.
And everything is organized to the second.
It's like a production.
It's all scripted out.
And it shows, obviously.
Culver with a little bump by Tillman outside.
The second time in a row, they tried to get it down there on the box spread.
And I like how Culver made a move quickly. Didn't wait to read. Caught the ball, drove hard baseline, drew the foul on Tillman.
He's got a great frame. He's going to be a nice little shooting guard, small forward. Work on that stroke, right?
Yes. He's got his shot attempts today. He hasn't been able to convert.
Well, these two mirror themselves in position.
We've had 5 ties, 5 lead changes. Each team's biggest lead, 5. That's been the number. Moretti.
Tough kid.
Oh, was that a tough shot?
All the way from Bologna.
His father, a pro coach over in Italy. He was at the regional but had to go back because of a game this weekend. Coaching in Siena.
Beautiful little town.
Yes, it is in the Tuscany area. I figured you'd been there for quite a while.
I never made the horse race there, though.
No. Il Playa?
Yeah.
McQuaid hits a 3.
That was an almost turnover there. Texas Tech almost had, but McQuaid knocking out a 3, keeping his team in the game. But defensively, Michigan State continue to try to get some stops here.
And they are working on Culver's, had more touches early.
McQuaid's 12, leading the way for Michigan State. What a nice game this young man's had. Owens.
A little overhelp on the defensive end cost them. Right up in that passing lane. Look at this back cut. That's what you have to do. 2 shots, too.
But that back cut, the help from the weak side, tremendous. As Francis came, he's called for a block.
Just a great read on that particular play, but just a little 2 play 1, and the big guy steps out. Ring that bell, big fella.
Put Aaron Henry on the line.
Not good communication. Not really a good show by Tillman either.
Been fascinating, just even since the Big Ten tournament, watching the progression of this freshman.
Big performance he had against LSU. Wow, fantastic. He carried his team in that game.
You know, he rooms with Josh Langford. Josh Langford went out with a foot operation surgery at the end of January. Big loss for them, but his energy, his passion for the game, a lot of folks around the program will tell you it started to rub off on Henry.
He's got a great length to be a terrific defensive player. You know, Langford and Orange, too. And some of the season playing without Ward, but they have not been able to size it up in the middle. Ward's coming in next.
They're missing two of their best wing players and still manage to be here in the Final Four.
Francis, sideways.
Oh, nice job. When you can shoot, you own your guy.
Only 3 Spartans have scored in this game.
Mooney reminds me of a guy you don't want guarding you in the summer league, you know?
Was all over Winston.
There's a jump ball.
Oh, just taken away. Going to do what they do best.
And Winston really can't get untrapped. Here's that load up. He loves low. He's got a counter, though. There you go.
Ward! It's fouled.
That's what they need, that power game. And you'd like a little high-low, you said, too.
I like the high-low, but of course, we talked about the trapping on the baseline, but Ward didn't wait. He caught the ball, was decisive, and attacked that trap going at Culver. Gave him a little bow as well, but drawing the fouls.
How about that with 3-2, and he really is unproductive on the offensive end.
Just 1 point. Having such a tough night. 0 for 7 from the floor.
Big Nick needs something to go through the hole here to get his spirits soaring.
Going to put Culver down. Bring back in Mooney. Now Ward. Becomes the 4th Spartan to score.
I think it's going to be the difference for Michigan State. He's that one guy that can get a basket down low. He's got to be aggressive and assertive.
Now it's the guards. Moretti and Mooney. What can they do?
Ward tees him up there, and now Mooney.
Tough shot under duress. You got to meet the match, and that's what Michigan State is doing. Is their flow here just sort of out of sorts. Piece again.
And Ward just shot puts it toward the hoop.
Oh, Owens is hurt too.
Owens looked like he hurt his ankle.
This has been a rough game for this young man. He's been on the floor 3 or 4 times, ran into the table.
Screaming down there on the baseline.
Get up this high. There's so much traffic. Oh my goodness, underneath as well. Oh.
Ankle looked like he might have hyperextended his right knee too.
Oh God. That is painful to look at. You've had those injuries too, right, during your career?
How much does that look like what we saw at the Big Ten tournament with Kyle Arns?
Yes. Very similar.
Very similar.
Looks like he's getting up, though. They're ready out there to help him. I think they call him Morrow, don't they? Internally?
Yep.
Mark Adams, the assistant right here, really works hard on defensive preparation.
What a difference he's made when he's been on the floor tonight.
He is there.
Weight on it. That's somewhat of a good sign.
I don't know how. I don't know how after you saw that replay.
I'll tell you what, he is that anchor back there on defense. Covers all the mistakes,
Absolutely.
His activity, his presence alone.
Don't foul, fellas. I'm back here.
3 blocks, affecting so many more shots.
So might go inside, Jim. Just check it.
I mean, first half, he really butted heads with his own teammate. Fell to the floor, hit his head again, ran into the scorer's table another time. There's one. There's the scorer's table. Wow. Okay, back to action.
Double screen to get Mooney going. Dribble. Edwards. He is showing some game, this kid.
Francis and Edwards coming off the bench. That was Francis with now 9 points.
Power, too.
And did you see his reaction after he scored?
Yeah, he's ready. Weightlifter.
Is the biggest lead of the game for either side.
This is where they got to go. Yes.
There you go. Ward.
High-low action all day right there for Michigan State.
You're right, Grant. Use the big fella.
Mooney, he got to the basket.
They don't have that negator back there. Ward was occupied.
Hey, Tom Izzo's got to be furious about those last 2 defensive trips.
They got to make some decision with Ward in there. Whether you're going to double him, how you're going to double.
Side. That was the shot that was the game winner against Duke. This time it doesn't go.
Never in a hurry. Spread it. Wesley trying to load up.
Here's Edwards.
He's got it.
He got around Winston and got the basket and a foul.
Boy, didn't take away, seal the baseline. And once again, nobody mobile enough to cover in the back.
You said it best earlier, Jim. Edwards and Francis have been a huge lift for this team. Quick decisions, strength, the ability to get to the basket. And of course, a three-point play opportunity.
In the center spot, they turned around, too, to open up that pass. We don't want to get too far behind this team.
No, you're not going to make big comebacks against the Red Raiders.
No. You don't get them in bunches.
Now the lead up to 8.
Big early trip. Got to use the big guy. Well, they are just in their jerseys.
Switch off, down low. Size advantage for Ward. Turns around and hits it.
That's what you have to do when they switch. Edwards, the smaller guard, on Ward. And I like how he made that quick move. Good patience and execution there by Michigan State.
Mooney.
Keep that dribble alive.
Circles around. Comes back out to Moretti.
Got a little Nash in him, Grant.
Now Francis.
They break you down, though, don't they? Catch under a threat.
Mooney.
That was deep, and Ward was the guy covered.
Mooney now with 14 for the game. When he scores 14 points, Texas Tech is 10-0 this year.
And here's that little zone matchup look. And late the shot clock to confuse you. They'll go back to man.
Two players all over Ward cleanly. Desperation gets it out to McQuaid. 4 to shoot. Winston steps back, fires off the mark.
And Mooney right there on the challenge.
All this is happening with Jared Culver on the bench, their best player. And leave it up to Matt Mooney and his toughness. Of course, Francis as well. Edwards playing big for the Red Raiders.
With the tap on the head, they usually like to run a high-low. They got away from it. Look at this kid again.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo. That was Nash-like right there.
Oh. Does he feel it? And do they feel it? And it feels awfully good, Jim.
I thought it was DiVincenzo from last year's championship game. Dakota, all league there a couple of times. And now Michigan State. Important stretch coming up for them. Getting away from it.
Only with their losses only gets 6 points. You can see the difference he is.
Tillman comes up short. That's a shot he loves.
That's his shot. Well, they're going to milk it unless you have a mistake. There's that brush screen, ball screen, dive. They'll do this 3 or 4 times. They'll have a 5-pass routine as well.
They have multiple guys, 4 guys in the perimeter who can get their own shot.
Tech has hit its last 5 shots. Driving in, off the rim.
Well, they get wherever they want. Michigan State. Fast break point. Excuse me, Joe.
Trying to hurry up with it, but again, Texas Tech gets back fast.
That length of Culver giving Cassius Winston trouble. He cannot get into the paint or get a shot off against Culver. Nice switch.
Here's Tillman again, and he's got his first bucket.
Boy, Mooney was right there for the swipe, too. They're so alert.
The push-off coming up here on McQuaid. And AT&T takes us above the rim.
Some place that Grant loomed or lurked during his career. Pretty good play.
Nice little slip action right there. Tillman finally getting on the scoreboard.
Second on McQuaid, and Winston almost able to get the theft.
Pretty good eye contact there as already dove to the rim.
Inside 10 minutes. And a 10-point lead for the Red Raiders.
Oh, not a good play with it. Grab that. They want to take their guys.
Mooney again. Sometimes you get in the building, you get in the zone, you get in the moment.
He's certainly there.
No stopping.
Most of us have not touched that moment.
Still looking for it. But he has it.
He's got the switch now. They can't get it inside, though.
Winston to match it. Got it.
That's a good sign there for Michigan State. Cassius Winston going to have to wake up for his ball club. Mooney, sidestep 3, Mooney from deep.
Pretty impressive.
Got the Red Raiders' last 9 points. Here's Culver. And he finally gets a bucket. His first out of 8 attempts.
He's got a nice presence, though. Not shaking his head, just playing.
Done good work on this end of the floor, too.
They all
show it in the stat sheet.
There's that switch he wants.
Winston
trying to get the foul.
Chased down by Culver.
Tough oversized like that, though.
And Tech not seeing very many empty trips this half.
Same little play. Door screen. Don't take bad shots.
Culver felt the presence of 2 Spartans on him. Went back outside. Now drive back in. And it's going to Michigan State. And he's jogging back out. Look at this.
Wow.
Tariq Owens.
That is amazing.
It is. What a recovery.
Unbelievable. And listen to the reaction when they see him come in to the building.
And the way he landed on that ankle.
Completely sideways.
Oh, to be young.
Well, you get a jar of that stuff.
Mr. Gadget. The corner, that's a 3 by Tillman.
A couple of breakdowns now all of a sudden. They take a little drive, collapse that D and a kick.
It's got to be on this end for Michigan State. Got to start getting some stops here. defending Matt Mooney.
It's going in.
Oh, yeah. I thought it would, too. Now Michigan State trying to get a little flurry going. Winston, separation and a bump.
Smart. One of the few years ago.
Over to Tracy.
Well, thanks, Jim. You saw Tariq Owens run at full speed out of the tunnel. I was watching outside that locker room. He was being evaluated for a long time. They had a cart ready to take him to x-rays. He did not need to go to the x-ray room, but he did need a pair of shoes, a new pair of shoes to fit that taped ankle. They were rummaging through it outside the locker room. Went in, got him one. He's back out here. We'll see if he gets back in this game, Jim.
And he keeps on stretching and keeps on making sure he keeps that ankle loose. And one more for Winston. They can take it from 13 just a few minutes ago down to 7.
Well, he's had to work for every point, too. It has not been an easy night for him.
Don't count out this Michigan State team, though. They have seen a lot of adversity and slowly getting back in, but getting stops defensively and starting to execute better on the offensive end.
8-2 run.
A nice help.
Mooney gets inside. Henry on him, fades back.
Look at this kid.
Soft touch.
He's got a handle. He's got a delivery.
Takes his time. Takes his time,
yeah,
Ralph.
Yeah, he's patient.
He's able to back off enough to get a shot. The players would look like they've got him well defended.
Well, they came out late on the rear. Got caught, Mooney. Overhelp. That's the one weakness teams have on occasion. Don't go where you're not needed.
Two shots for Winston. Celebrate your favorite Final Four team with licensed fan gear from the official NCAA shop. For the best selection on team apparel, just head to ncaa.com/shop. And yes, indeed, somehow, Tariq Owens is back on the floor.
And that's a big influence, as you know, defensively. And of course, moving people around on the offensive end as well.
Never seen a player in one game take so many falls and knocks. And incredible, somehow is still standing. Back to 7 again.
Michigan State makes that adjustment, putting Henry a little bit taller and bigger on Mooney to see if he can slow him down.
Mooney was tied his season high with 22. Done it all this half. There he is. Passes up the 3. Goes to Francis, who will take it. And scooped up by Henry. Snapped ahead to McQuaid. Big shot. Ooh. Way over everything.
Oh, he got hurt too.
Oh, he landed awkwardly.
Oh, he's hurting too.
He's limping up 4.
They ought to go to Francis on him. He's still wincing.
Colfer wants it. Back of the rim. They're going to stop play here for McQuaid.
That jump shot, as you mentioned, really rushed at that left foot, turned pretty good there too.
It didn't appear that he landed on anyone's foot. Maybe he just planted weird.
Yeah, but did it happen when he was setting up?
That's what I think. It was that left foot setup.
Yeah, I do too.
That's why he shot the ball the way he did. Actually, it might be his right foot.
Interesting.
Calf, maybe a cramp of some sort.
Yeah, that shifting and that lateral move, it could be anything.
And conversely, if I'm Michigan State, I might go inside and go at Owens, test his ankle to see how he is.
Okay, first trip, though, to get it under 7.
First time they played big. Owens and Odiasi on the floor to combat Ward and others.
Side of the basket, but Tillman has it blocked, but a whistle.
Well, that's their personality now. Shoot it, chase it. And you got to compete on the glass. Check people out.
Owens second.
Tillman with the inside position there. As Winston misses the shot, but on the glass, that's Michigan State basketball. These free throws here maybe can get Tillman going on the offensive end.
Tillman gets 2. He's been averaging 15 during the tournament.
Showing some signs here.
Owens didn't see much action in that return.
And Chris Beard didn't like his activity level. Wondering if his ankle's bothering him on that last play.
And now they play small. Could be effective on the offensive end. 3 guys who can take you off the bounce.
Michigan State hitting some vital free throws, helping them crawl back into this game. And suddenly 5, down from 13.
And Edwards is a match too with Tillman. So they got 4 guys who can beat you deep and put it on the deck. Dangerous against bigger guys.
12-4 stretch for Michigan State, trying to get another stop. Mooney goes behind the back. Moretti, one dribble, tough shot. Winston, could he do it?
Good check out.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, sticking with the best of them there, Edwards.
Boy, he had an open look, and that could have brought it to 2.
I think right now for Texas Tech, Culver's got to get involved, be engaged, have the ball in his hands. He's too good to not be involved here.
Oh, Michigan State says, we didn't touch him.
Wow.
I think it should have just been a play on.
I agree.
It's going to go on Winston, his 3rd.
When he initiates, and of course the arm's in there too. He does seem moved on that sideline.
That's the 5th foul of the half on Michigan State.
He's going for that towel on the baseline. He does a great job ball faking, stepping back.
Wide of the mark with that one. Rebound. Last touch by Tech.
Thought it was a little bit of a settle there. He's got it going early in the half here. He's got to play under control. He's Beard suggesting something similar.
And what Texas Tech did early in the half was able to get into the paint and attack the interior off the dribble. Unable to do that here these last few possessions. Give credit to Michigan State and their intensity on the defensive end.
You see, Mooney's going to get a little extra low as we head toward the under 4.
There's that little pick and pop high-low. And they get away from it.
And a mismatch inside.
Good work by Ward. They got him. Look at the help Moretti on the side.
That's going to send him to the line.
Edwards as a guard doing a fantastic job fighting around Nick Ward, but
Now it's down to 3. That was at the 9:23 mark when we, at that point, talked about how borderline impossible it can be to try to come back against Texas Tech, but Michigan State's gotten back into this game.
They got to get back to their motion, I think. Keep the defense moving. They're really gapping well. Taking away the dribble drive. Look at this kid.
Missed the layup, though. Mooney. Not that time. Henry just hit the free throws. Gets the bucket. Down to 1.
What a blow by going to his right. Gorgeous maneuver.
Freshman stepping up. Four and a half without a point on this end.
Not been able to get anything with that ball screen for cover.
There's Culver.
There you go.
Gets the floater to go.
Hesitation, quick timeout. A lot of poise with that delivery.
Offensively starting to find some rhythm. With these last 2 minutes, Cassius Winston, expect him to make some big plays for his team.
Particularly Henry coming late. Here's that little matchup look. Late. Ooh, good hands. He's done that a few times.
A lot of deflections.
Tilton.
Oh, they got an offensive foul. It's going to be number 4.
Yes.
On Winston.
On Winston.
And that's the same play they ran against Duke to win the game.
It's all setting up for Goins to take the shot that he hit.
Smart play by Moretti, too.
4 fouls on Winston.
Tough empty trip.
To remind you that McQuaid is back on the floor. Winston stays on the floor.
I like Culver and screen and roll action like on that last play.
Denied. Off the floor with it. State. Over to Henry. On the dribble drive. Feeds the corner. Sore ankle and all. McQuaid can't hit it. That would have tied it.
Well, that was a great pass and setup. First shot since he's been back off the bench. Sometimes a little stiff.
Minute and a half to go. Culver driving in. That almost dropped. He'll shoot a couple.
Jim, that first step right there, Raph. He loves to drive right. They cleared the side for him. Quick move. Drawing foul.
I love Culver stepping up.
Yeah, as tough a night as it's been for him, he still wants it here in crunch time.
This couple of trips showing something.
We're here. It was cramps, is the report from the Michigan State bench on McQuaid. Set him down through all of that, but now one more coming for Culver.
See, his work habits are incredible. 300 threes a day he takes. In there early in the morning.
Son of the team chaplain. And he gets 1 of 2. 4-point game. 85 seconds left. Has it stolen away by the senior.
Boy, he wasn't tough with that at all. Open, exposed it.
And look who has the ball.
Well, down the stretch, it's been him. This is where he sets up other people, too. Very good. Moretti and Mooney on the wings.
Culver got the separation. Big shot. Stepping up big time.
Dagger. Culver.
Timeout, Michigan State. I mean, he's overcome so many things in his career. We've seen this story before from players, but knee injury, back injury. He's the captain of the team, 5th-year senior overall after all those injuries, pursuing a master's degree now, already having graduated. 1-1.
He's got some guns there, huh? Goodness.
I'd show him off, too, if I had him. Let's go. Last 8 points to the Red Raiders.
Great substitution. Allow their little full court, 3/4 court trap to get set up here. This 2-2-1 just to slow down the rhythm of Michigan State.
When you see your lead all but disappear, get down to 1. That huge shot by Culver. An 8-point run since. Nothing now going Michigan State's way. And just 27 seconds to go.
Once again, that man right there. That young man, Jared Culver, big-time rebound. Stepping up big for his team down the stretch when they need him most.
The pain and misery you go through when you get this close.
And what about what the coach has done in just 3 years after serving as an assistant for so long, going away, coaching at Arkansas Little Rock, and actually getting a tournament win in the tournament 4 years ago against Purdue. National Coach of the Year just named on Thursday.
Did it in a lot of places. Arkansas, Little Rock. We was telling the three of us when he went to Europe, he picked up a lot of things too.
Went over and coached in Scandinavia and learned a little bit of the pro game with some guys over there that helped him out. But he was effusive about the kind remarks he's gotten from the likes of Coach K, who they played in New York back in December. Kelvin Sampson
walked into the locker room, right? He said he doesn't let anybody come into his locker room.
After they scrimmaged against Houston before the season, I mean, there were all kinds of reach-outs and connections and talked to Big 12 coaches who had taken teams to the Final Four. How should we do it? Ultimately, he said, smell the roses, and 4-1. 4-1. That was on the board yesterday, if you saw it.
I don't, the physical. And here they struggle here, a little kickball. But remember what Kelvin told them? Keep the chip on the shoulder. That was, and they have a chip. They're out to prove that they're all business. And they got a chance to step in with a Monday night, hopefully classic. They're tough. Both.
And a senior.
Wars, yep.
And another senior. Kenny, who played in the 2015 Final Four, fifth-year senior. Also overcame all kinds of injuries and pursuing a graduate degree, and their careers come to a close here. Winston. How about Texas Tech?
Right.
How about Lubbock, Texas right now? What do you think's going on there?
I'm going to get down and get on Buddy Holly Boulevard.
Yeah, they're celebrating in the streets in Lubbock. Wow. Because Texas Tech Monday night will be playing for the national championship.